He said 1K plus subs, huh? With a emoji sticking out his tongue. Like, obviously I didn't I didn't take it too hard. I was just joking around. And I just finished it off by saying, "Someone take this Chinaman away." That's pretty much it. And then I didn't realize this. I swear I didn't realize this. Cause, I was actually talking with other peoples in my Discord server, and he legitimately said, like, like in just like after a few minutes of our little argument, not argument, little joke festival, for me at least, um, he said he said this. He said Mod Mill be hitting hard right now, literally signifying that as soon as we had this little joke, instead of telling me he was uncomfortable, he immediately, and I shit you not, he immediately went to the mod mill to report me to moderators that shouldn't even care because this is my Discord server. He went to the mod mills and reported to me. I I I was like back then I didn't see it. I didn't care. I just let it be. But like after now, seeing like talking with him and whatnot, he gave me excuses about how he has anxiety, so he went to the more I what he had anxiety, so instead of talking it out with me, he went to the moderators in Creature Scenario Discord server and reported my racist jokes again. I cannot stress this enough. Jokes to the moderators who has nothing to do with my Discord server. Oh, which was stupid, which was very stupid, and for him to also like send these emojis of like these unfazed emojis and these um fucking mod mill be hitting hard and stuff like that. Like obviously, it's like he, it almost seems like he planned this to sabotage me or something. And he will send these like tiny emojis, and he would also say racism speed run any percentage. Like I was just chilling. I was just talking about eating a burger. I literally was like, all right, time to eat a burger. Bye. I legit said that. I did not really care. Um, he was like legitimately. Even if he says that he isn't, it seems like he was planning this sabotage. So everything went accordingly. Nothing happened, and just one day I just came to Discord. I saw the notification. I clicked on the notification, and guess what it was? Guess what it was? It was wait. It was Dinobot saying you were banned from Creatures of Sonaria, and the reason was racism. The reason was racism. I think it was 2 days after he reported me. And obviously I was outraged. Who wouldn't be? My entire goal was to become a content creator. And then it just got ruined. And I was so furious. I was like, what, how am I racist? Obviously none of my friends are going to report me for my racist joke. So I was like, how was I racist? And I thought it was the moderator's fault at first. Like, how are they like able to accuse me of something so horrid? And like genuinely, I was just out of it. But then, but then what fucked me up the most was um he came to our chat. Yeah, he came into my Discord uh general while I was raging, while I was furious, and like what and like he he made like this like I'm just gonna let the screenshot speak for himself. Like, look at this. How does it not feel like he has planned the sabotage all along? How does it not feel like it? How? How does this not look like he has planned on reporting me to the moderators? How? It's stupid. And like, it was suspicious. It was so suspicious. Who the fuck says that all of a sudden? So like, well, at first I didn't give a fuck too much, I just let it be. I thought he was just being silly and playful, so I let it be. And like, bro, like my entire YouTube career was shattering in front of me, so I didn't mind him too much. I I'm not only am I put in the blacklist now because of fucking racism, I'm also banned, which means I'm never gonna get content creator. Never. And like, it was just a very stressful moment. I obviously didn't felt happy. I was devastated because again I spent over 3,000 hours in this stupid game. I invested 9 months making the content. I gave away over 150,000 worth of giveaways. Back then, that amount was humongous. So I just I just didn't understand why he would, betray me. And then somehow or some way, I forgot how, but I caught up and I realized was um he was he was the one behind all of this. So, logically I got mad at him. I got pissed, and and um his friend his friend, we'll call him Jack. We'll call his friend Jack. So his friend Jack, yeah, came into our Discord server and they were basically gaslighting the situation. They were talking about um how I was joking about racism and yada yada yada, and that if I even understand the struggles of Chinese people. And he was also questioning my ethnicity. He was asking my genetic codes, my family trees. Like, it was just a huge, huge, huge invasion of privacy. I was just stunned by his like approach to me. Like, who in their right minds come into a server and then ask me if I'm Chinese, or do I understand the struggles of Chinese people? Like, what? Who does that? And he's very good at talking people out of things and whatnot, and that he have gotten people unbanned all of the time. Obviously, he's not good with it, because if he was, I would their appeal would work and I would be unbanned right now. But obviously, he was just saying words out of his asshole, and like, it was just rude. It was just genuinely, genuinely rude to me. So I was angry, and I was in a call with one of my friends, and she said to calm down, don't make this worse. And so like, I did try and point out, because obviously I was mad at that time, so I didn't think properly. I couldn't form like proper sentences that could aid me. I just basically said random things I thought was valid at the time, and he was like being this know-it-all person. And I get that one would be mad for their friend, but there was literally no intentional hate towards their friend. So I'm getting too ahead of myself. All right, so they said all of these. Yeah, there are more screenshots in my Discord server if you want to come check. Literally, I have not deleted a single one of them. So if you're curious enough, join my Discord server, venture off to see who the fuck they are. Just look around if you want to. I don't really care. Just don't attack them, obviously. But yeah, after a while of me just being furious of this stupid, stupid thing, like, Joe friended me and I declined. Obviously, I was furious at him. So Joe made another friend of his tell me that he wants to call with me and clear things out. I thought it was just Joe, but Joe brought Jack, making the situation way worse than it has to be. Like, I'll be honest, I was willing to forgive him if he just did like a few things in return, just like an apology, or I don't know, some I was thinking about something else at that time. So we made a group chat. I brought three of my friends, one to represent me and the other two as witnesses. Joe brought Jack, and we were in this VC together. We were talking, we were, we were figuring things out, and I have all of it recorded, by the way. And their excuses were so dumb that it makes me very upset. It really upsetted me. Like they made these reasons of how, oh, he Joe has anxiety, and how Joe was unable to do this and that and yada yada yada. Like, and well, it's not a concurring excuse, but at the same time they've used the anxiety as an excuse for like 3 4 times. And and it was just genuinely upsetting. It doesn't, in hindsight, it doesn't matter to you guys, but imagine wasting 9 months, 3,000 hours, no, 3,000 hours over a game. Like, imagine wasting that much of time and effort. So obviously I didn't take kindly to it, and there were just so many things they said in the call, which again I recorded everything. They were talking about how his like they were nitpicking what were indicators of um Joe being uncomfortable with it. And the way they nitpick it was like, oh, Joe, after saying I hate Indians anyways, he have this like emoticon face thingy, and that's a clear indication that they are uncomfortable. Like, and I was thinking to myself, how in the world am I supposed to know that was an indication of someone being uncomfortable? Then later, I kid you not, there is an entire video of them actually saying this. I kid you not, I'm making none of this up. He later also said that in the sentence below, that's why I deported your mother out of China. That sentence, he said, he said, you can also see an indication that he's uncomfortable with the two dots at the end. Bro, how is one supposed to know that two dots at the end is supposed to indicate someone being uncomfortable? Bro, I write like 7 dots in the end sometimes. It doesn't mean I have like fucking pure depression or anything. It's like the excuses they gave about how, oh, this indication and yada yada yada, like, it's so stupid. It's frankly just so stupid. And I'm sorry if like most of you don't understand what I'm saying. I'm actually trying my best to not sound Asian right now. So like, and there were also times where where this guy like Jack was like just gaslighting the situation. He was countering all of our questions. He was countering our statements, and it got pretty upset. Like, he was like obviously ignoring the situation, and he was so biased. He was supposed to be the middleman, but he was so biased that none of our statements made sense, and he was yapping and yapping so much that Joe himself have to tell Jack to please quiet down so he can actually speak. It was just madness, man. Like, um like Joe's a nice guy. Okay? Joe's a nice guy, but I really really did not like him because Jack was representing him, and it was such a horrible experience. And just like, And he also brought up this stupid statistics about how racist jokes are equivalent to racist political beliefs, and it's basically hate speech, and how Asians get killed because of jokes. Like, how, huh? He actually made statistics. He made up statistics mid conversation about how Asians get killed over jokes. This is the most stupidest thing you could ever feel. They were basically just victimizing themselves. And just like this continuous victimization, pity seeking, and like just bickering and just countering our sentences. And it was mostly all Jack. Joe was mostly quiet, so it was almost all Jack. After that, Joe said something about how like he have faced this treatment in other content creators, and when he reported them, no actions were taken and stuff like that. And so they basically told us that since he has been facing these experiences with other content creators, he legitimately said he legitimately said we had enough and that we actually took actions. So instead of instead of like rationalizing the situation, just because he had bad experience with other content creators and just because they didn't get punished, they had to punish me and like project the hate on me over my stupid tiny jokes, stupid jokes. Like, and I paid the price. And um Joe said he didn't expect me to get banned and whatnot, but like, come on, how am I supposed to believe that you didn't expect me to be banned? Like, then why did you legit said this before leaving my server? Like, what? How is that not you? What? I just don't understand him. Like, I want to call him a nice guy, but overall he's just so naive and so ignorant of the situations. And like, I'm blabbering at this point, but like, you gotta remember this shit is heartbreaking to me. And like, so, oh my gosh. Um, so after all of this, shenanigans, uh, um, after all of this shenanigans, we settled on a quote unquote conclusion. And before we concluded, I asked him about who these other YouTubers were, and here are the YouTuber names. And he basically said, one of them, one of the person's community, like one of the YouTubers here, their communities was weird, and the other YouTuber said the R slur word, which did not make sense since we were on the topic of racism. I don't know how it went to R slur words and just people being weird and whatnot. I don't really get it. And in the video, like in the conversation, he legit admitted that he also does jokes like these, like me. He make jokes like those, and that he get warned by the moderators, so he didn't expect me to get banned as well. So for him to admit that he also basically understood what I was doing and understood my humor, and then still managed to, mod mill me, it was just mind blowing. And after all of that, we were concluding the entire argument. Well, yeah, semi argument, and we came to a conclusion that they would help us give an appeal, and they agreed. And so before we left, I basically told this Jack person that, hey, you do know you weren't helping the situation. You were gaslighting it. And my guy, Jack, straight up just said, I know, bruh. And for the privacy's sake, I'm not going to release the video, but there is every evidence pointing against them by their own words. And Oh no, man. And like just a few hours ago, we had this semi argument, and it was just like the situation was already heated enough because the appeal didn't work, and they didn't send the the failure to appeal right in time. They were like 2 days late. I had to ask them, and so we I got pissed. So did my friend. We talked about the situation, and the guy was like, Jack was just like just pissing us off by saying, "Calm down, take a deep breath, take a deep," like constantly saying that, and it annoyed me so much. But yeah, um, so we decided that we don't want to be unbanned. If Crucial Scenario is so stubborn to like not hear my thoughts nor like care about my point of view, then why should we care about satisfying their needs, you know? So obviously we just said fuck it. This is the video. I don't know how big this is gonna be, so I hope this is kept in the minimum. Alright, thank you so much. Also join our Discord. You guys are awesome. Thank you for listening. This took way longer than I expected. This is gonna be a pain in the ass to edit. So yeah, thank you. Bye.